marches at black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction, in the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. On the knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
to show you how to play War Pigs. First of all, it's Tony Iommi's birthday today, so I decided to put this video out on his birthday. Happy birthday, Tony. I got the SG Special out. Wrong color, but P90s. A lot of the early Black Sabbath stuff was played with the humble P90 single coil pickups on Tony's SG. So, to start, tune the guitar when War Pigs is tuned slightly sharp on the record. So the easiest way to tune it is when playing the beginning of the song, you just tune it to that open E, and then when it does the D part, you tune your D string, and that gets you pretty close, and then tune the rest of the guitar to that. But it is a little sharper, so it's going to sound better if you tune it up to the record. Okay, so I did a video showing myself playing it, and I guess people asked me for an explanation, so first note, it's two strings. Everything is two strings on the intro. The low E and the A string. So it's, and I noticed that Tony does, a lot of people, I used to play it with a hammer on the intro, but I noticed that Tony uses a slide. He slides up. And so that's the only note there on that bit. And that's just a single note. And then I used to play it like this. But it's actually just the two strings. It's a very pure sound, you know. Right, and what else? Up on the 14th fret. This part kind of does when you hit these two bottom strings, it's kind of a D chord. So not explaining this very well, but I think you can, if you're trying to learn the song, you'll figure it out by either watching my hands on the previous part of the video. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of an explanation. I'm probably going to get hit with copyright strike on this because I have the audio in, so I don't know, enjoy it before I get taken down and copyright struck. Although I think sometimes they let you leave it up and they just take all the revenue, which is 100% of zero right now on this channel. So what else can I tell you? Yeah, Tony, he often uses the upper frets. You know, you can play it down here, but he's up here. He has said that he likes the sound of the. It sounded better to him up there. A lot of his stuff is up in the upper frets, and because he has these two fingers are damaged. A lot of his stuff is pinky and index finger. Like a lot of it, and it kind of helps you with the mute because it kind of your pinky kind of he has a slight. It tilts up a little. He tilts up a little bit to get that happening. So when you're playing it, you know, make sure you're gonna palm mute. You're going to do some palm mutes on that, and you also want to palm mute to articulate the phrases rather than go, he does rather than, it's very, very articulate. Another cool thing about Tony's playing is his tails. So, sometimes some on parts of it he'll do, and other parts of it he'll go. So those tails. Just notes on just the finer parts of playing it, but the intro pretty basic. It's in kind of a triplet time, or some people notate it as 6/4 or 12/8. You guys probably already know that. Just giving you some notes. What else? I got some stuff written down here. Okay, so first part, second part. He uses the 3rd fret on this part. Do the slide. It sounds cool, and that's how he plays it. So. I don't really feel like I need to explain a lot of this. The second part of the interlude, I used to play it, but I think he uses this note and bends it. So it's open E, and then so funky. Okay, then you get to the solo, which he hits the open E and the A string wherever it's fretted. So like alternating it. That, you improvise it on the E pentatonic. You should know these licks. And then the first solo, he does a quick little. So it's kind of a. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in the video, but just trying to show you some of the stuff that's in there. That's so the solo. Back to the. Just a power chord up on the 12th fret, E, etc. I don't know what's the next part. Oh, one of the fills is goes like so that's just. The other fill is a trill. I think he does it. I forget. I think I've seen him doing it, which is a long jump. So that's that part. else? Oh, okay. So towards the end, that's a seventh chord, power chord with the seventh. So it's like those notes, those three notes, like a little triangle. Oh wait. So that continues, and he descends, descending. Then you got slide. I don't really know if I need to show you. He goes to this note. Then you hear him slide up. On the same pole hammer bend. And he just jams in the E minor. I mean, that's the whole song. What else? Yeah, that's all my notes. That's all the notes I have. So I don't know if you got any questions. Let me know. But it's a pretty simple song. I mean, rhythmically, it's just the creativity of it is just I mean, redefined music. Redefined, created his own genre. So try it out. Ask me if you got questions. I'm going to try to put up some more videos. I'm torn whether to go from the beginning of the catalog to the first album or just do some of my favorites, but I can pretty much show you almost anything off of the first 6 albums. And I try to play them exactly how Tony does, or as close as I can, So if you spot any mistakes or anything inconsistent with how Tony plays it, let me know. And I guess that's all for now. Enjoy.